Hello students, this is your economics teacher Ayana. I hope you are well and utilizing the time wisely.
In the previous class, you are learned about isocons, iso cost line, producer's equilibrium and Cobb-Douglas production function. Today, you are going to learn about law of supply, factors determining supply, elasticity of supply and factors governing elasticity of supply. Students, watch this video very carefully till the end. Fine, let us enter into the topics. First, we will discuss law of supply. Students, take the page number 70. Law of supply. Supply means the goods offered for sale at a price during a specific period of time. It is the capacity and intention of the producer to produce goods and services for sale at a specific price. The supply of a commodity at a given price may be defined as the amount of it which is actually offered for sale per unit of time at that price. The law of supply established a direct relationship between price and supply. Firms will supply less at lower prices and more at higher prices. Other things remaining same, as the price of commodity rises, its supply expands, and as the price falls, its supply contracts. Here, law of supply is associated with production analysis. It explains the positive relationship between the price of a commodity and the supply of that commodity. For example, if the price of cloth increases, the supply of cloth will also increases. Definition: the law of supply can be stated as other things remains the same. If the price of a commodity increases, its quantity supplied increases, and if the price of a commodity decreases, quantity supply also decreases. Supply function. The supply of commodity depends on the factor such as price of commodity, price of labor, price of capital, the state of technology, number of firms, price of related goods and future price expectation, and so on. Mathematically, the supply function is Qs is equal to function of P of x, P of r, P of t, T, O and E, where Qs is equal to quantity supplied of a commodity, Px is equal to price of x commodity, Pr is equal to price of related good, Pf is equal to price of factors of production, T is equal to technology, O is equal to objectives of the producer, E is equal to expected price of a commodity. Assumption. Law of supply is based on the following assumption. There is no change in the price of factors of production. There is no change in the price of capital goods. Natural resources and their availability remains the same. Price of substitutes are constant. There is no change in technology. Climate remains unchanged. Political situation remains unchanged. There is no change in tax policy. Supply schedule. A supply schedule is a statement of the various quantities of a given commodity offered for sale at various price per unit of time. Supply schedule is a list of prices and quantities of a given commodity offered for sale by an individual seller or producer. Supply curve. With the help of the supply schedule, we can construct a supply curve. On the base of the schedule, supply curve SS is drawn. It has a positive slope. It moves upward to the right. The price of the product and the quantity supplied are directly related to each other. Here, a supply curve represents the data given in the supply schedule. As the price of the commodity increases, the quantum supplied of the commodity also increases. Thus, the supply curve has a positive slope from left to right. See the diagram 3.12. The quantum supplied of commodity X is represented on x-axis and the price of the commodity is represented on the y-axis. The points such as E, D, C, B and A on the supply curve SS represents various quantities at different prices. Second, you are going to learn about factors determining supply. First, price of the commodity. Higher the price, larger the supply. Price is the incentive for producer and sellers to supply more. Second, price of other commodities. The supply of a commodity depends not only upon its price but also price of other commodities. For instance, if the price of commercial crops like cotton rise, this may result in reduction in cultivation of food crops like paddy and soy supply. In short, any change in the price of other product will influence the supply, and increase in the price of other product will influence the producer to shift the production in favor of that product. Supply of the original product will be reduced. Third, price of factors. When the inputs prices goes up, this result in rise in cost, and so supply will be affected. In short, when the price of factors rise, cost of production will increase. This will result in a decrease in supply. Fourth factors, price expectations. The expectation over future prices determines present supply. If a rise in prices is anticipated in future, sellers tend to retain their produce for future sale, and so supply in present market is reduced. In short, if producer expect that there will be a rise in price of product in future, there will be not supply their product at present. Fifth, technology. With advancement in technology, production level improves, average cost declines, and as a result, supply level increases. In other words, state of production technology affects the supply function. If advanced technology is used in the country, large scale production is possible. Hence, the supply will increase. Old technology will not increase the supply. Sixth, natural factors. In agricultural, natural factors like monsoon, climate, etc. play a vital role in determining production level. In short, non-economic factors like war, political, climate, and natural calamities create scarcity in supply. Seventh, discovery of raw material. The discovery of new raw materials which are cheaper and of high quality tends to increase supply of the product. Eighth, taxes and subsidies. Subsidies for inputs, credit, power, etc. encourages the producer to produce more. Withdrawal of such incentives will hamper production. Taxes, both direct and indirect, kill the ability and willingness to produce more. In short, if the tax is imposed by the government on the inputs of a commodity, cost of production will go up. Supply will be reduced. When subsidy is given to the producer, it will encourage them to produce and supply more. Subsidy means a part of the cost of a commodity will be borne by the government. Last, objectives of the firm. When the goal of the firm is sales, maximization, or improving market share, the supply of the product is likely to be higher. Next, elasticity of supply. The law of supply tells us that the quantity supplied will respond to a change in price. The concept of elasticity of supply explains the rate of change in supply as a result of change in price. It is measured by the formula mentioned below. Elasticity of supply is equal to proportionate change in quantity supplied by proportionate change in price. EP is equal to delta QS by QS divided by delta P by P, where Q represents the amount of supplied, P represents price, delta means a change. Elasticity of supply may be defined as the degree of responsiveness of the change in supply to change in price on the part of sellers. Types of elasticity of supply. There are 5 types of elasticity of supply: relatively elastic supply, unitary elastic supply, relatively inelastic supply, perfectly inelastic supply, perfectly elastic supply. First, relatively elastic supply. The coefficient of elastic supply is greater than 1. 1% change in the price of a commodity causes more than 1% change in the quantity supply of a commodity. In short, the coefficient of elasticity supply is greater than 1. Quantity supplied changes by a larger percentage than the price. Second, unitary elastic supply. The coefficient of elastic supply is equal to 1. 1% change in the price of a commodity causes unequal changes in the quantity supplied of the commodity. In short, the coefficient of elastic supply is equal to 1. A change in price will cause a proportionate change in quantity supplied. Third, relatively inelastic supply. The coefficient of elasticity is less than 1. 1% change in the price of a commodity causes a less than 1% change in the quantity supplied of the commodity. In short, the coefficient of elasticity is less than 1. Quantity supplied changes by a smaller percentage than price. Fourth, perfectly inelastic supply. The coefficient of elasticity is equal to 0. 1% change in the price of a commodity causes no change in the quantity supplied of the commodity. In short, the coefficient of elasticity is equal to 0. A change in the price will not bring about any change in quantity supplied. Last, perfectly elastic supply. The coefficient of elasticity of supply is infinitive. 1% change in the price of a commodity causes an infinite change in the quantity supplied of the commodity. In short, the coefficient of elasticity of supply is infinitive. For a small change or no change in price, there will be infinite amount of supply. Last, you are going to learn about factors governing elasticity of supply. First, nature of the commodity. Durable goods can be stored for a long time, so the producer can wait until they get a high price. Once they get high price, larger supply is possible. The elasticity of supply of durable goods is high, but perishables are to be sold immediately. So perishables have low elasticity of supply. Second, cost of production. When production is subjected to either constant or increasing returns, additional production and therefore increased supply is possible. So elasticity of supply is greater. Under diminishing returns, increase in output leads to high cost. So elasticity of supply is less. Third, technical condition. In large scale production with a huge capital investment, supply cannot be adjusted easily. So elasticity of supply is lesser where capital equipment is less and technology simple. The supply is more elastic. Fourth, time factor. During very short period when supply cannot be adjusted, elasticity of demand is very low. In short period, variable factor can be added and so supply can be adjusted to some extent. So elasticity of supply is more in long period. Even the fixed factor can be added and hence supply is highly elastic. That's all for today. We will continue in the next class. Finish the assignment by clicking the link below.
Yeah.